guys. So today, as you can see, we're doing a Halloween collaboration, and I'm joined by the lovely Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together. Laura is
You're too kind.
is a very, very dear friend of mine who actually started off as one of my brides. How long are you married now? Like
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So we know each other about 4-ish years
More
now.
or less. Yeah.
So
we go way back.
Way back. And we both started our respective YouTube channels within kind of like, I think you're about 3-4 months ahead of me, thereabouts.
Thereabouts, yeah.
Yes. So Laura is joining me today. And we are going to be, or Laura is quizzing me or asking me questions on
Grilling her.
on how to throw Halloween parties, what we should be doing, and then I'm over on Laura's channel asking her all about how to get our shit together for Halloween. So straight after you've watched all of this video and subscribed and liked and left us loads of comments, head on over to Laura's channel, which of course I will link below, and check out what we're talking about on that. And at the end of our great tips and exciting news, we're also going to talk about...
We get a bit silly.
Just a little. We're going to talk about our childhood Hollywood. Sorry, bit of a tongue twister. Our
Freudian slip there. We're on YouTube.
Well, you know, one day. Our childhood Halloween memories and kind of scary movies and things like that. So do stick around and check it out.
Okay, we'll just go for it, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
So, questions then for Bláithín for throwing an absolutely amazing Halloween party. The first one, if someone were to throw a Halloween party, which obviously would be amazing, what are the first 3 steps they should do for prep?
For prep. Well, I always think, particularly for like a Halloween party, you got to start really early in the sense of like setting your date and compiling your guest list. So I suppose starting your overall preparations as early as possible, like even as far out into, you know, early, sort of midway through the summer. The reason for that is,
really?
Well, just to start, like, you know, who you want, your guest list, because you know the way people are kind of like, you know, if you say to them in September, I'm having a party, they're like, oh, I'm really sorry, but, you know, the kids are doing this or I'm doing that, and, you know, it's already gone.
Not for me. I'm like, yeah, free and easy.
So as soon as you're kind of thinking of having a party, particularly sort of around the kind of like the themed, you know, like the Halloweens, the Christmases, you know,
when
the New
people
Year's.
would be going to parties.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And when there's a lot on, start early, because at least then you can start to put the feelers out. Like if there's a date that you really, really want to have and doesn't suit anybody. Do you know?
Would you go with Halloween itself or a date around it?
See, the only problem with that is, particularly if you have a lot of friends who have children, it's such a big night for kids and there's a lot of things on. So,
good point.
you know, it's not the best. So, in one sense, it's a great night for a party, and in another sense, it could be you and your tot.
Yeah.
You know? So.
As most of my parties are. Clearly, I'm not planning them far enough in advance. This is my problem.
Or using a great planner. How good was your wedding?
My wedding was fab, thank you.
So yeah, definitely start early. And the second one is like choose a cool, funky theme to kind of get people excited about it. But don't make it too hard that it puts people off.
Yeah, because I'm a bit iffy on costume parties. To me, that's just too much effort. If it's a general costume and I can pick kind of whatever I want, grand. But if somebody is like, this is the specific category that you must fit into, I'm like, no.
You see, remember, it doesn't also have to be a costume party either. Like a themed party can just be a theme around, like maybe if you're having sort of like, for want of a better term, a potluck party where everybody's bringing something to the party to cut down on your costs.
Yeah, that's broad enough for me.
Do you know? So at least then it's more kind of like, oh, I've got to go buy, you know, like nibbles or a drink or, you know, like a starter or something. Do you know what I mean? So you don't necessarily just have to make it about costumes, which sometimes, like we big party throwers in our family, and say around Easter, one of the fun things that we do is like an Easter bonnet party. So everybody has to design and make their own Easter bonnet. And there's, so, you know, you can do things like that. Like, you know, like...
Your family sounds fun.
They are. So, you know, as opposed to full costume, you could just have, like, the Halloween headdress party. Do you know? Like our headdresses. So
We're so on trend right now.
loads of fun ways kind of like to do those things. The next thing is with prep. If you do want a lot of decoration or fun Halloween things, buy them early. Like I've been seeing Halloween stuff in the shops since the start of September, and
not just Halloween, Christmas too.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But by sort of a week or two before Halloween, it's all going to be gone. So if you're kind of saying, oh, 2 weeks before my party is plenty of time to do my decor shopping, not so.
Yes.
Yeah. So get in there early and buy your stuff.
Okay, so you mentioned a theme there. If somebody were to do a theme, kind of give us an example of a theme and how somebody could kind of go about incorporating it into their party.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, one of the best Halloween parties I've probably ever thrown myself was...
Oh, shameless plug.
I know. Well, no, this is personally, not like say for a client or anything. So we did a Marilyn Monroe and an Arthur Miller party, and people could come dressed as any character either played by or written by, alive or dead, to the party.
Okay.
So that gave like a massive broad
That's a pretty
spectrum.
broad scale, yeah.
You know,
Like
so and that was really just to, I suppose, so we didn't end up with like 10 witches and you know that kind of,
default.
Exactly. Like sometimes those kind of costume parties without a kind of overall theme can be a little bit kind of, I don't want to say boring because that sort of puts everything on the costume, but you know what I mean, lack imagination. So, and we kind of themed the food around that. So like with the death of a salesman, we like some of the desserts that we had, they were like little chocolate mousses and they had little headstones and things like that. And I went dressed as Marilyn Monroe because obviously,
Natch.
And my husband came dressed as Marilyn Monroe after her death. So we both wore the exact same dress, the exact same blonde wig, except he was white and dead and I was gorgeous and not dead.
My husband would not be down for that at all.
So yeah, my husband's very keen to get into a dress sometimes. A little bit worrying, but
Definitely worrying.
You
I shall have to have words. As soon as I stop this, I'm like, you get over here.
So like it's fun kind of things like that. So that, and obviously there was like kind of Hollywood elements and stuff into it. So it's still a Halloween party, but it's not your
kind of centralizing everything around.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so for budget conscious people like myself who are pinching the pennies, what are some cheap and cheerful ways that people can decorate their party or decorate their house or whatever the venue is?
Okay, well obviously like the discount shops in Ireland, we have like the pound shops, the euro shops, deals, all of those, they all carry really good range. And actually most of the stuff you see here and behind us all would have come from those kind of stores. And a great, and even Aldi, you said you bought this at Aldi. Yeah, so like
in the kids section.
all those
kids
kind of like
stuff.
They do, but it's kind of like, it is a kind of holiday for kids, really.
And those young at heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those kind of stores are great. But a great tip is that like every year after Halloween, they always have a few bits and pieces left over in those stores and they sell them off for like 50 cents, 10 cents. So I'd always go in and buy, like a few kind of bits and pieces in that. And I now have a large, which sits over there, well, sitting, not permanently, is currently sitting over there, box of Halloween decorations. So it has, for me, turned a little bit like Christmas, where I have a box now.
Yeah, for me that's more like Easter, where I rush out the next day and bulk buy all the Easter eggs that have been reduced to like 50 cents.
But you're off chocolate, so you do
that. I know,
Yeah.
No, this year was my first year not doing that.
There was a major slumping after Easter sales.
I know, yeah. Cadbury's must be like, what the hell is going on here? Crisis meeting. Somebody in Dublin has stopped eating chocolate. That's me. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have questions then, just that we're both going to answer.
Yes.
About our Halloween kind of memories when we were growing up, which I have on my phone that I have conveniently brought with me here.
We're so organized.
Oh, I know, so organized. As two the semi-professional organisers. Pushing it a bit, maybe. Okay, so what was the worst Halloween costume your mother made you wear?
It wasn't so much the worst, but I just So obviously grew up in rural Ireland. Well, not too rural,
Likewise.
but yeah. So, and I wanted to be a princess, right? So in my mind, I had this vision of like, you know, like Cinderella, you know, like big princess dress, the tiara, the whole lot.
You haven't changed a bit.
No, oh God, no. I would still choose to be a princess. So anyway, like this is the vision in my mind. I expected to step out as Cinderella. And my mum is incredibly talented. She's not like a dressmaker or seamstress. She's just incredibly talented in that arena.
Crafty.
Exactly. So anyway, I knew that she'd probably like cobble together something, you know, probably not Disney-like, but pretty close. So the dress is coming along and I'm pretty happy. Halloween comes along and the weather is terrible. It's like lashing rain and it's cold.
And you did not foresee this at the end of October in Ireland?
But my mum's like, don't worry, Blaithin, I've got it all in hand. I'm like, excellent, Mum, you're on the case. So what my mother's
I made you a pumpkin carriage to drive around in.
My mother's on hand situation was black sacks. Yes. Black sacks. So basically my beautiful Halloween costume turned into like me wearing a black socks and Wellington boots and the dress over it, but all you could feel and hear was the black sack. So you didn't have this like beautiful, elegant, you know, princess.
But in fairness, I think if you grew up in Ireland and you did not wear a black bin liner as a cape or it was not incorporated into your outfit at some point in time, you haven't lived. Do you know? Because
No, I've worn far too many black sacks in my time. I really have.
And not just for Halloween.
Paddy's Day. Did your mother ever do that to you? What? Yes. When you go walk in the Paddy's Day parade, black sacks under your sweater. Oh yeah. My mother, I swear to God, she keeps these wheelie bin companies, like you and chocolate and Cadbury's.
Okay, did your mother do that? Obviously comment down below because I am intrigued by this now.
Yeah.
This is going to make my mummy sound terrible, but I don't recall my mother ever making a costume for me. That sounds sad.
Well,
Maybe she did.
Put it together. Like maybe she didn't physically sew it, but
No.
Were yours all shop bought? Your mother loved you more.
No, ours weren't even shop bought. I would like every year make a witch's hat in school. I mean, you did that too, right?
Oh yeah,
you just
of course.
roll up the cardboard and then you draw some stars and moons or whatever, and you throw like glitter on. So you've got your witch's hat, and then it was the black bin liner cape, and that was pretty much it. That was my costume for most years. I made all my costumes myself. That's why I always looked terrible. One year, I pushed the boat out completely and put a pair of black tights over my face, and that was.
What were you?
Just I don't know. I was just dry. I am clearly lacking in any sort of imagination, and that still the case today. But I just thought I have some tights here. Yeah, I'll just throw these over my head and I'm good to go. But yeah, that's terrible. It's not right. Next question.
I don't know what to say.
Sorry, Mummy. I'm sure this is going to sound terrible now because she probably did make me loads and I just can't remember. But I was very much just the witch's hat and the cape.
But I think when we were growing up, it was like witch or princess. There was
or
no
ghost.
or pirate maybe for like a guy. There wasn't
buying costumes back then wasn't really
it wasn't a thing. No.
Oh yeah, I occasionally should get a mask.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mommy. Sorry. What's the scariest movie you ever watched?
I don't know. I'm not a scary movie person.
Really?
Yeah,
I am.
They'd affect me for weeks. Yeah. I have watched The Shining.
Yeah, I guess that's scary. I wouldn't consider that scary maybe because...
Really?
Yeah, I watch a lot of horror films. Although...
Really? Like, what's your scariest?
But this is going to make me sound like a total wimp though, so just...
Okay.
I was a teenager. I really loved horror films when I was a teenager. I loved them, used to watch them all of the time.
Yeah.
So, the Blair Witch Project came out, there was obviously big hype around it. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Then it came out on TV, and my parents were going out that night, so I thought, I will watch it. I would sit and watch it. I've heard so much about it. But it did not dawn on me until after I had watched the film that I had actually never watched a horror film alone.
Oh God.
Up until that point. So I thought, this will be grand, typical Irish attitude. Sat in the house, again, rural Ireland, so like out in the country, not necessarily in the middle of nowhere, but not exactly a booming metropolis by any means. Switched off the lights, turned on the TV, was scarred for life. Really terrified.
Because I have seen that. I went to see it in the cinema with friends. That was scary.
Yeah, I was terrified. I don't know, if I had watched that with other people, it probably would not have affected me nearly as much. Because as I said, I've watched a lot of horror films. But that's the one I watched on my own, and therefore it freaked me out.
No, that was, and actually at the time, because we would have been like young teenagers.
Yeah.
Like
I
that,
can't remember.
yeah.
Very young we were.
Very young, yeah.
Although that makes it sound like we're very old now. No. We were reasonably
aged.
Whatever the hell. I can't even remember how old I was.
Because I'm terrified of spiders. Arachnophobia would be you see, because I know that's a fake one, and at the moment they're massive and they are following me around. Yesterday I was getting ready.
Paranoid much?
Well, it's just, do you ever find that, like, and I think it's because of the time of the year, I'm scared of seeing spiders, so I'm seeing them everywhere.
Plus once you see one, then they're like, you're itchy. They're crawling all over you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was brushing my teeth yesterday before I was going out to meet a client, and so it's like 3-4 in the day, and I look up to the mirror in the bathroom, and there's one crawling up the mirror. I nearly died.
That would freak me out.
Yeah, I nearly died. So I suppose arachnophobia would be a scary, but that's more so because of my fear.
Yeah. Have you seen The Grudge?
No.
That was another one that kind of freaked me out. Not so much the whole film in its entirety, and I won't spoil it, no spoilers, but in the beginning, Sarah Michelle Gellar goes up to the attic, and that scene,
Really?
No, terrifying. Again, there's some people watching this laughing their arses off because they're thinking that's like child's play, but no, I was like...
seen, you know The Ring?
Yes.
I've seen that. Now,
very similar to that.
I found that more jumpy than scary.
Yes, it's jumpy, but it continues on into just plain terrifying.
I didn't think... Well, no, it is a long time, probably like 15 years.
Oh, I'm talking about The Grudge.
Oh, The Grudge. Sorry, yeah.
No, yeah. The opening scene of The Grudge. Jumpy first, and then just like, oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on.
But yeah, the Blair Witch
What's
Project,
the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Yeah, and they're probably not quite as wimpy as ours. We've made fools of ourselves.
Oh god. Like we don't all the time.
What's your Halloween trick? I don't have a Halloween trick. I'm so nice. Mine are all treats.
I am, because you know when kids knock at the door and it's like trick or treat.
No, we don't have trick or treaters in our place.
Really?
So sad. Yeah.
Oh no, we've like too many now. Seriously, from about, I would say 5:30 in the day until about 8 o'clock, it is constant.
Oh, that would annoy me.
It's and because obviously you guys have all heard my dog those who see my channel have heard my dog bark in the background all the time.
Not in my channel because I haven't kidnapped him yet.
But she does, every time somebody rings the doorbell or knocks on the door, she barks. So you can imagine Halloween night is very stressful for her.
And then fireworks and stuff.
Well, she's not too bad with those. The cats are more kind of with those. But yeah, literally trick or treat. But they say trick or treat. And I was like, trick. And they sort of look at you blankly as if to say, what? Just give me my sweets.
Trick or treat really doesn't exist. Has anyone ever tricked you?
Yeah.
I'd say, what horrible person would do that? No, I've never tricked anyone.
Isn't it more a case of they're supposed to I don't want to say perform, but do a little kind of entertainment piece to get
as in they're not just supposed to knock on your door. No, I did that when I trick-or-treated up until I was 16.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, I'm tearing all the place down. Myself and my two friends, we had Halloween sleepovers every year and they were the crack. They were great fun. But we used to love it. We did it kind of for the enjoyment. So we did it up until we were 16. And I think the last year we did it when we were 16. I don't think we even bothered to dress up. But really at that point we were just kind of like, give us the sweets.
Yeah. I have noticed that with the teenagers actually. And you're sort of almost to the point of, I don't want to give you sweets, but if I don't give you sweets, will my house get egged?
Are you going to egg my house? Yeah,
or
100%.
that TPing thing you educated me on recently.
Toilet papering, which I believe is called TPing, but again, because I'm so nice, I would never do that. One year we did go out with the intention of doing that. took all the toilet paper from my mum's bathroom with the intention of doing it to anyone who didn't answer the door, and in the end we could not go through with it because we are massive cowards. Massive cowards.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed our little collaboration video. We plan on hopefully doing many more over the coming months. Fingers crossed if you do like them. If there is anything specific that you would like for us to kind of do together, we have very similar interests in some cases, but we also have vastly different interests in other cases.
So true.
So
chalk and cheese.
Just definitely, but it works. Opposites attract. But so
you should be careful what you're saying there, because there's someone out there like, I know what video I could get them to record together.
Okay, now I'm slightly scared. Ooh, Halloween. So do let us know if there's anything specific you would like us to collaborate on in the comments below, and do give us a like, subscribe if this is your first time watching, and do run on over to Laura's channel as well, How to Get Your Shit Together, which hopefully is coming across the bottom right now.
It better be.
And of course subscribe to her and check out the great videos that she has up there as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye.